This is going to be a really interesting and quite in-depth discussion about the future of YouTube in general, the future of the Geekanoids channel and my other channels, the type of content which I discussed very briefly in a previous video that's going to be coming up over the next year, and also some very important things that I've learned about the algorithm on YouTube and how what I have been doing, i.e. lots of live broadcasts, has possibly been affecting my view count and subscriber count. There's been a lot that I've learned over the past few months, and a lot of behind the scenes things that you don't see regarding how I've been moulding the future content on the channel. So without stepping on too many toes, because I don't want to really divulge information I shouldn't be talking about, which might be at the detriment of my channel, might mean this video potentially getting demonetized. I want to talk to you a little bit about the live broadcasts and the channel growth over the past few months, and then I want to talk to you about the thumbnail on this video as well, which is very cool. In fact, I'll give you a little sneak peek now. This particular photo here, you might have thought that this was a clickbait title where it says, "Oh my god, a shark," or "Oh my goodness, a shark," and a little bit of a sneak peek of this close-up. Oh my goodness, was that a shark? Now, I'll talk to you a little bit about sort of clickbait titles on YouTube very shortly, but first let's just dive in to talking about how I think live broadcasting or live streaming regularly for me has been at the detriment of channel growth and also view count. I think it's done the channel not too many favours for a few reasons. It's done me a lot of favours because, as I explained in previous videos or previous live broadcasts, I like talking and interacting with you, my viewers. What I found out recently is a few things. Firstly, if you upload a video or live broadcast every single day, Monday through to Sunday, 7 days a week, without fail, without missing a day, that does not do you any favours with the YouTube algorithm. It means that you don't get promoted as much. It means that you're not as visible on the YouTube platform. And indeed, YouTube seem to be favouring where people are maybe broadcasting 4 or 5 days a week, or maybe 3 to 5 days a week, and then you've got gaps in between. I'm not sure why that is, but apparently it does affect channel growth and how visible you are on the platform, regardless of whether it's a live broadcast or an uploaded video. And then secondly, I learnt just recently that doing live broadcasts are certainly not as visible or as promoted by YouTube as regular uploaded videos. There are lots of other factors indeed in how visible you are on the platform, but certainly doing live broadcasts every single day, or as I've been doing, multiple live broadcasts, don't do you any favours with regards to visibility and promotion on the platform. And I've seen this. I look at my analytics probably every couple of days just to see how you, the viewer, has been interacting with the video and how it's been doing as a whole. And to be honest, it's not been doing that great. You know, it's not been a fantastic sort of take up on a lot of the things that I've been doing. And I put that down to me not playing the game and me not sort of locking in to how the algorithm works on the platform. But that's not to say it's not great fun, because I'm not going to stop doing the live broadcasts because I love doing them. I say this in every live broadcast. The reason I switched to doing primarily live and just some pre-recorded videos is because I can do things like this and jump into the live chat and say hello to Patrick and hello to Ryan and saying thank you for tuning in. I'm truly appreciative that you've tuned in. You couldn't do that if I pre-recorded the video. And that's why I really enjoy it. I love the interaction. And I've also said this a lot, the community feel of the Geekanoids channel is very valuable to me, because it gives me so much great feedback. Everyone talking to me or amongst themselves in the comment section, I think is fantastic. So anyway, something else is more of a trend that I've seen, and I'm not sure whether YouTube are going to stop this in the future. They did this thing where they were trying to experiment with auto-generated thumbnails and improving that sort of system, mainly to stop people, or I think, this is my opinion, probably to stop people from uploading weird thumbnails that don't appear in the video, and really sort of clickbait titles and clickbait thumbnails just to get people to click through and watch the video. And admittedly, I've done the occasional thumbnail to really try and attract people to click on it, but I've kept it very true to the content of the video because I think that's very important, and I wouldn't want to trick people into watching the video necessarily. So when you see my title of this particular broadcast, "Oh my goodness, a shark," even though that is quite a far out sort of claim, it is something I want to talk to you about in this video, and something I experienced just last weekend. So although it seems like a clickbait title, will that attract more people to the video? I've no idea. This experiment will tell, but it's not exactly a clickbait title in this particular case, because it's something that could have been, or I think possibly was, a shark. I couldn't quite make out what it was, and we spent a lot of time looking at this. So anyway, this is the photo. This was taken off of the coast at Pegwell Bay, and you can see just in the distance there what looks like a fin in the water. Now, I didn't have my decent camera with me. This was just taken with a smartphone. I've tried zooming into it for you here. This doesn't quite, this second photo where I've zoomed in, this is just a crop of that original image. It doesn't quite look like the proper shape for a fin. It's too sort of rounded at the back. So my guess is that this could possibly have been some sort of rubbish in the water, because it is quite shallow at Pegwell Bay as well. So I think that possibly was a bit of rubbish. It wasn't moving anyway, so it wasn't like the theme tune of Jaws happening and this fin moving across the water. It was completely stagnant and still. But certainly from a distance, I was really convinced, and at the time I was shouting to my wife, "Oh my goodness, look at this, what is this in the water?" And she wasn't convinced that it was a shark, but it well could have been. We have seen sort of dolphins off of the coast in the southeast before. In fact, where there was a Dave the Dolphin for a long time on one of the beaches nearby to me, which was fantastic to see. Fantastic to see something like that. But I don't think that this particular case, this was a shark. But the reason I included this in this particular broadcast was exactly what Paul Phillips has put in the live chat. Clickbait thumbnails are really annoying. Very, very frustrating. If you see a clickbait thumbnail, you click through because you want to see it, and there's no mention of it in the video at all. So I wanted to include that just for demonstration purposes, that it can be annoying, but it can dramatically affect the amount of views that your video gets. And I find it frustrating because I upload or broadcast very factual videos because I'm reviewing products, and they don't gain the same traction as somebody putting a silly thumbnail and then talking about something completely different in the video. Now, I also wanted to talk to you about the future of YouTube and the future of the Geekanoids channel, which I touched on briefly in one of my previous live broadcasts. The future of YouTube I think is good. I think they're making some changes that are attracting a better type of content on the platform. I think they're also making some really good changes with regards to how they serve up adverts and how they attract advertisers, and they've got to do this to secure the longevity of the platform. They need to secure income coming in so that they can then do the revenue share with the creators such as myself, and so that they can also survive as a business. And I think they're making good steps. They're certainly communicating a little bit better of late with creators, so I think that's a very good and positive mood. For the future of my channels, at the moment I've sort of scaled it down. I did have multiple channels before, and for now I've scaled it down to putting all of my main content on the Geekanoids channel, including my experiments with all of the new series, which I'll touch on very shortly. And then I've also got my watch lifestyle channel. Watches are a passion of mine. I really like timepieces, I like fashion, luxury items, except for example. That has taken a back burner. I do intend to upload there sort of probably once or twice a month, as and when I can. And that will continue, and I hope that channel still attracts some interest, because that's a personal passion of mine. With regards to experimenting with new series on the Geekanoids channel, that's for two reasons mainly. One is to challenge me, to get me outside of my comfort zone, and something that did that was the Car Weekender series, which started just a couple of weeks ago, where I'm looking at cars, but looking at not only the technology aspects of the cars in one of the videos, but also a journey with the car, so taking you to see some different places and talking to you about how the car performs. So a new video series challenges me, but it also gives you something to interact with and something a little bit different. And from the feedback I've got from the Car Weekender series, and indeed when I try new video series on the channel, for example my mental health awareness video series, got amazing feedback, and I was really appreciative of how you watched that on a technology channel. So you're watching something completely not about technology with the mental health series and the car series. You know, it's not really technology at the forefront, but you reacted really well with it, and I was really appreciative that you took on board that I was trying something different, and I'm going to continue to do that because it gives you a little bit of variety on the channel, and we'll see what gains traction. We'll see what you like as well, because after all, the channel wouldn't survive without you enjoying the content. So that's the future of the Geekanoids channel. You're going to see me experimenting with a few different formats of video, a few different subject matters, and then with your feedback I can hone in on something that you like to see turned into a long-term series. I hope that makes sense. I hope you take part in the little experiment I've got going on with trying the new type of content, and just thank you again. Thank you again for sticking around. We're now in our 13th year of creating videos on the Geekanoids channel, and without you it would not have survived that long. So thank you again for all of your comments and questions and feedback, of course. If you've got any comments about this video, leave it down in the comments section below. If you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my future videos, and give this video a little cheeky thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.